Ladies and dudes, it is time for the most important top 10 list I got to do for today. And it's all about these very important words that is so darn underrated to us. And so many words that we're missing from the real world itself. Not just here in America, but from all around the world as well. If you know what I mean. Well, anyway, hi ladies and dudes. This is Rebecca Lynn Barkley, aka Boobop197. This is my review for today. And today I have no review, ladies and dudes, but for today's list, ladies and dudes, I'm finally gonna do another top 10 list that nobody has never done before. And this top 10 list, it's time for some words from the real world that needs to be overlooked right away. And I feel bad for these very important words. There's so many words that we did see from movies, TV shows, anime, something that was based by a book, whatever. They only exist there. But sadly, these poor words did not exist in the real world. And we're stuck with so many words that is so darn overrated to us that we heard too many times in the news. And we gotta find a way to get rid of those terrible words that evolves in the news. Something that we gotta get rid of once and for all. But I want to support words that is so darn underrated to us. So anyway, for my top 10 list of the day is the top 10 most underrated words of all time. And there's a lot of words to choose from, and I gotta do the best I can to pick which one of these words is so darn underrated to us. Something that we truly forgotten for so many years, and we felt bad about it. And I began to grow with these words, and I appreciate these words. I just love them to death, for goodness sakes. I know, I guess everybody wants to know, what are these words that are so darn underrated to us? I will tell you that in a moment. Oh yeah, before I do my top 10 list of the most underrated words of all time, I gotta apologize to all of you that I did make a mistake for my top 10 most popular words of all time. And when I looked at my paper very carefully, I said I said attitude, but in the paper it's ability. I'm sure ability is a very darn popular word to all of us, so I do want to apologize to all of you that I did make a mistake in on my piece of paper which word that I put on my honorable mention, if you know what I mean. So I hope everybody will forgive me for that. So anyway, let's put that aside and let's head on to that top 10 most important things I really need to tell you about. Of my top 10 most underrated words of all time. And I want these underrated words to be our main hope for so many things we need to talk about for the real world. And not just movies, TV shows, anime, and books, and whatever. If you know what I mean. So let's head on to my honorable mentions first. We got pure, we got sparkling, we got toothpicks, the old great and mighty Liam Neeson's favorite thing in the whole world, bromance. Remember, bromance. I just like dudes who are like brothers to each other and not, well, you get the picture. It's overrated to us, but I'd rather find something that's underrated to us. We got buddies, straight, non-smoker, non-drinker. I gotta do this for Ricky. Ricky, this is for you. I decided to put your word ninja in there. And since it's a new word to us, I think that word is pretty darn underrated to us. And most of all, realism. We need realism here in our real world. That's for sure. Now let's head on to my top 10 choices of which words that are pretty darn underrated to all of us. So here we go. Number 10, decent. Number 9, innocence. Number 8, humanity. Number 7, misfit. Number 6, flaws. Number 5 in the tiebreaker, it has to start with the letter M. We got misunderstanding or misunderstood, whichever you prefer. Number 4, reality. Number 3, truth. Number 2, reason. And the number 1 most underrated word of all time, and I want all of you to say it with me. For number 1 is independent. Let me hear you guys again. Independent. We are independent people, for goodness sakes. And independent people rules. That's for sure. So those are my top 10 most underrated words of all time. All the words that were missing from the real world itself. So tell me, ladies and dudes, what is your most underrated word of all time that is truly missing from the real world itself? Well, whichever these lovely words are, and let's pay our respects to these words, no matter what. Please leave a comment there and let me know. And join me next time for 2 new videos to come. I gotta do my top 10 best videos that I ever done so far in the year of 2021. And my anime review of Fruits Basket, the final season. So be prepared for my 2 new videos to come. And I'll see you guys later, and sayonara.